whole show planned out. I'd actually written something down. I know. But okay, so the Gamers Nexus story, I'm probably not going to get to. I might save it for. I might just start doing like a weekend tech segment and then go through some of his stuff because I find it fascinating, and it's especially the some of the investigative stuff that he's been doing lately. I think it's really important. Not as important as we're going to talk about today, but. And then I was going to talk about the whole situation with ProZD, the Asian dude that quit, the Asian voice actor that quit Twitter, because he got dogpiled on by all of Asian Twitter, pretty much, and then a few shit posters like myself. But yeah, so I was going to talk about that. I might still get it at the end to lighten the fucking mood. But so England. I know we've talked about England once or twice here, and the show's only been on for a little over a week. But England is falling into kind of like a V for Vendetta, but it's not the political side that we would have thought. A lot of us thinking something like this would happen, at least my generation, thought that it would be the right coming in. You know, you don't think he's up there. You know, what's it? Settler from that movie. Watching, I'm damn Englishman, and I'm damn proud of it. But yeah. So let's see what's going on here. I've looked at it from a bunch of different things, and then this one was the most. Had the most on it. There's this actual person who lives in England who's a creative in this. So let's see what we got here from Nerdrotic.
And we just found out.
Oh, crap. Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, did you want to get immersed in our world? Yeah, well, guess what? Pronouns!
Gender ambiguity! Current day Californian shit!
So, hey, your country made the news today.
Oh, because Az is on here. I don't know about the rest of you.
Creator.
You mean 1980, the Orwellian UK?
Well,
Okay,
I mean, it's kind of like V for Vendetta, except they got the bad guy wrong completely.
No, they got it right.
No,
they got it right.
They got the bad guy completely wrong.
Wait.
They got the bad guy completely wrong.
On V for Vendetta, they always think that it comes from the right, which is projection. Because this always comes from the fucking left. This always comes from the socialist fucking side. Always. So yeah, when they're talking in V for Vendetta about this being a far right, blah blah blah. No.
Uber Christian, fascist.
Well, I mean,
yeah,
surely just any political stripe.
Look, while socialism generally falls on the left, there have been a lot of religious-based socialist and authoritarian places. So let's not pretend it's all to one side, but definitely more than 50% on the left.
Push to its extreme is going to generate these
But
horrifying
they never
results,
seem
right?
to really, and you're right, but they never seem to really consider they being Hollywood or entertainment, the possibility of the other side.
It's not.
I mean, like, how many times... it's so fucking rare to see like communists getting killed and stuff now that it's a novelty. When we get it in Primitive War and Sisu 2, we're seeing commies getting killed, but that's where they got it completely wrong as.
It's a bit of a charged word.
I do need to watch Primitive War.
Is it?
It's from everything I've heard, it's amazing.
Remember fucking man, Commie
Oh,
Mania?
yeah. Oh, well, socialism is a charged
It's
word.
a bit of a charged word. Yeah, fuck off.
One of the most bizarre fucking moments, considering all the context. Just like, why would you want to advocate socialism turns us into ants?
To mindless drones.
Why would you?
That sounds awesome.
Mindless drones that are controlled by a hive mind. It's like, fuck me.
Well, so V for Vendetta got the bad guy wrong, got everything leading up to it right, but the bad guy wrong.
just for that.
And it turns out I do too.
There's something very wrong with this country.
And
Great film.
Graham Linehan, creator of the IT Crowd and Father Ted, two
Father Ted.
very famous, popular shows in the
Rampage.
UK, kids.
Raj.
popular.
You should go
shows
watch
on
them. For people out there who don't know, like seriously, go watch them both.
Yeah.
You'll love them. You won't regret it.
Was of course this is the Independent, right? So he claims he was arrested at Heathrow Airport. Heathrow. What the fuck? I know it's Heathrow. I know it's Heathrow. Why did I just say Heathrow? Because I'm looking at that. Why? What is the picture? Have nothing to fucking do with the headline.
I don't know.
Can you find another article?
It's got Raja Jackson. Why is Raja
Oh
Jackson
yeah, this is the
killing that fucking wrestler almost?
Can we say that's probably the worst part of online printed media at the very least? They'll have a headline, and then they'll have something completely unrelated as your first ad or a separate news report or something. And you know how people only ever take their first image, the headline, and whatever pictures underneath it? Not so much in this one, but it does lead to all kinds of shenanigans as far as people stretching or bending the truth. Or just flat out lying, Hassan Piker.
The main picture.
Graham Linehan arrested after X posts. And this is from, I just keep the article up, but this is from the Free Speech Union. When Graham Linehan landed at Heathrow, he was met by 5 armed police officers and immediately arrested. His crime, three gender critical tweets.
Are police officers armed in England? I thought that even ever since the 90s, I thought that the English bobbies or whatever, I thought they have been disarmed since forever, like pretty much my whole life. Because I remember Bill Hicks talking about it. They got soccer ball.
As Graham says in his Substack, in a country where pedophiles.
Yes, I know I shouldn't base everything that I know about other countries based off TV shows and comedy bits. I get that.
Escape sentencing, where knife crime is out of control, where women are assaulted and harassed every time they gather to speak. The state has mobilized 5 armed officers to arrest a comedy writer. And let's go down one of the article here.
They're mobilized.
Graham Linehan has said so this is claims. Has said he was arrested. London's Metropolitan Police did not confirm the Father Ted creator's name, but said that a man was arrested yesterday at Heathrow Airport. After he arrived inbound from American Airlines flight, which would chime with the timing of.
Okay, this shows you the dishonesty of the media. You do not dislike the media enough. Graham Linehan said he was arrested at Heathrow Airport yesterday, and then they say that he said it was alleged. And then, London's Metropolitan Police did say that even though they haven't released his name, a man was arrested for similar things around that time in that exact place. Fuck off.
Linehan's claim. So I love how they're like, they're almost saying it, but we're just going to say claimed right now.
Oh.
The fucking how they frame this shit is.
Okay, he says that too.
You do not hate the Access legacy corporate media enough. You don't. In a Substack article titled, I just got arrested again, Linehan says, the moment I stepped off the plane at Heathrow, 5 armed police officers were waiting, not 1, not 2, 5. They escorted me to a private area and told me I was under arrest for 3 tweets.
Fuck me. Why did they get a load of me?
Right. You better be careful, dude. One of the tweets, according to Linehan, read, if a trans-identified male is in a female-only space, he is committing a violent, abusive act. Make a scene, call the cops, and if all else fails, punch him in the balls. This is becoming a regular occurrence now, by the way, guys. The missus was in LAX airport, and there's just dudes walking in. Now, that happens at sporting events once in a while. Women do it too, where the lines get too long in the bathrooms and people need to pee, so they just roll into each other's bathrooms. I mean, it's right, Ekberg. But this wasn't a crowded situation, and there was just a couple of dudes who looked like straight up dudes walking around in the women's bathroom. Great. Linehan has created multiple British comedies, but in recent years has been best known for his vehemently anti-trans rhetoric. On Thursday, he is due in court on a charge of harassing a trans woman and damaging her phone, which he denies. Ex-boss Elon Musk backed Linehan over the latest arrest, describing the UK on his own platform as a police state, which he did today, in response to Linehan's arrest. Well, it is.
Dude, we're talking. I know this aspect is about trans, but recently we had an MP in the UK, in where was it? Is it Epping? Was it in Epping? Say that the rights of the immigrants trump the rights of the UK residents. That's treason. That's just treason in the UK. The government is treasonous.
Yes, and it's in power for a long time there, I'm guessing.
Yeah, they've only had 1 year. It felt like a lifetime.
Right.
It's still got 4 more years, unless
like
a general election is forced.
And it's not like the any parties are any different, really. I mean, they're not.
Conservatives are absolutely fucking useless.
Yeah,
Labour are fucking useless. Lib Dems are fucking useless. Do you want to have the Green Party in? It'd be like voting in Poison Ivy to look after Gotham.
I mean,
Well,
well, the plants
But
are
not
okay.
fit. But
I
not
was going to say
fit.
she's pretty hot though. I mean,
This might get my
not
vote.
anyone in the actual party.
No, but it's more than just. It doesn't even matter what the fuck he's saying, right? It's the fact that do you think it's going to end at trans stuff at all?
It's not. It
I mean, you hate to bring up the slippery slope, but we're at the bottom now. So now it's just going to be like, well, you're questioning your government, you're questioning an authoritative source.
Yeah, eventually it's going to end up like the rest of Europe. I mean, they've already started arresting people for saying mean things about politicians in, I think, Poland and Germany and at least one other country I've heard of. This kind of stuff's scary, and you don't expect it from civilized nations. Like we thought we had moved away from stuff like this, like before my lifetime. As someone who's never really had to worry about what they say within reason. I mean, clearly you go to certain places, you can't say certain things just out of respect or because you're surrounded. But you never really have to worry about what you say. Not really. Like the last few years, sure, it's been a bit of a decline, but it's not, hey, I love streaming content. Hey, man, I appreciate that, and I appreciate the engagement. Unfortunately, most of the messages I get like this are copy-paste like the previous one. Love that you're here. Love the engagement. I very much appreciate it. If it's a bona fide offer, I apologize, but I'm pretty sure it's not.
So you need to be brought in. And then some little lesbian with pepper spray will bring
Room
you
101.
in.
Yeah. Lesbian Nana.
During his arrest, questioning Linehan said he fell ill and was taken to the hospital after a nurse checked his blood pressure and found it to be more than 200. The stress of being arrested for jokes was literally threatening my life, he said. The Met Police stressed that the man arrested was in neither life-threatening nor life-changing condition. Oh, okay.
Come on, man.
The state said we are absolutely innocent of everything because we investigated ourselves.
Yeah.
Condition, and he was bailed afterwards.
Yeah.
The fact that you arrested him for tweets, you motherfuckers. You arrested him. It's not even the first case, and it won't be the last.
And they've been trying to do this for years, all over the place. That's part of what made Candace Owens so famous. She was a hard lefty. This is why I've never taken her seriously, because she has no home. This is what she had something called social autopsy, where she was trying to, like, it is good that there's people saying things with their own face because it makes people think more about what they say. But at the same time, social autopsy would have collated everything that you ever put and put it under your name so everybody can go and see it. Everything you've ever said, even as far back as being a teenager when you were young and stupid and said things just because, like, hell, my cousin used to set little traps around the house for my grandpa. Not because he was, well, he might have been evil, but just because he was a goofy kid. And they weren't like bad traps. He would set like a tin lid on the side of a bed because he had to slide by. And it would make a loud noise. And then our grandpa would come in and pop us with a towel. That was just our relationship. And it was hilarious. I mean, who cares about being popped with a towel? But no, this kind of stuff is absolutely ridiculous, man. And it starts here. It's horrifying.
Further investigation. The arrest was made by officers from the MPS Aviation Unit. It is routine for officers policing airports to carry firearms. Yes. They were not drawn or used at any point during the arrest. Oh, okay. It added likely in response to Linehan's claim about 5 armed police. Were they armed? He didn't say they were pointing guns at him.
No,
you fucking pieces of shit.
Which is surprising to see guns at all in England.
The tank wasn't pointing. It wasn't being pointed at you. The tanks were just rolling up on the street to make sure you're all safe.
Yeah, the guns were just a suggestion.
Yeah.
Square.
Which in the UK is
Not his
true.
fault. I mean, the tanks were just going forward.
The guy stood in front of the tank in Tiananmen Square. Remember how Tiananmen Square has been swept under the fucking rug?
Oh, yeah.
In recent years, that they're trying to be expunged that ever fucking happened.
China's a paradise now, according to some account,
I'm
totally
sure it is
authentic
for
accounts
Xi Jinping.
on X. It's like
On the note of these sorts of events,
Or
you know the
Sean Penn.
famous one with Count Dankula, right? Is
Yes.
his dog Buddha. I assume you guys saw his the dog passed away recently.
Oh, yeah.
R.I.P. Doggo.
RP.
Yeah, all good
Oh,
doggos go to
Dankula's
heaven.
Yep.
little,
Well, it's just like
saloon
it's
dog
crazy to
died.
think because it is just what a crazy
That's so
fucking thing
sad.
that happened. He did a joke with his dog,
Yeah.
posted the video online, and the rest is history.
Yeah, exactly. Let's not pretend like this is new for England. The Count Dankula situation, that was, Jesus, how long ago was that? That was like 8 years ago, right? But yeah, he posted a video. His dog was doing a little salute thing, so he said, you know, my girlfriend's always talking about how cute her wee dog is, so I'll make it the most disgusting thing ever, a wee Nazi. And he would go, you know, Sieg Heil, and the little dog would put its foot forward. It was adorable, not offensive, just, you know, stupid late noughties, early, 2010 stuff. The man got arrested for it. And this was, like I said, like 10 years ago. It's crazy. Now he's got a pretty successful little career. Is a bit too far right for my taste from what I've seen. Like he still seems like a decent enough fellow, and he's got some really funny meme worthy stuff. But it's nuts. This is how you make extremists. You throw people away for ridiculous reasons. I don't care what side of the line they're on. I don't care if they're left, right, or whatever. If you put people away because they said mean things or did something that you find offensive, and especially if you're not even part of the group. If you're just some bored ass sitting at your computer, white guy, hi, and you're more offended on behalf of somebody that you're not, like me making the story about England, hi again. Man, that really puts things in perspective. Anyway, I'm having an identity crisis. I'm not really mad about this. It's just alarming. Like it is scary. Like people being arrested for stuff. If it was just someone said thing about person, I wouldn't give a fuck. People talk shit about people all the time. It's when they get enraged and start throwing movements and throwing people in jail or the lynchings or setting things ablaze because someone was offended. It gets kind of nuts. That, and I'm not screaming in anybody's face. I'm just making videos for nobody to see.
Oh, yeah, the rest, as they say. Jeez.
Well, it brought a lot of awareness to this problem that's getting worse in other countries, getting much, much worse.
Yeah.
We joke about it, but like, what happens to Az, you know, you've had some salty tweets and posts in the
Or
past.
the critical drinker.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
mostly talks about entertainment.
They're gonna go to your house?
Oh, was it? He got banned on Twitter for one of his tweets. It wasn't even
yeah.
salty.
Yeah,
It wasn't even that spicy.
got banned for
It's not
quoting
spicy at
Game
all.
of Thrones. My other account got banned for anti-trans rhetoric.
I mean, and to be honest, like I said, Az annoys the piss out of me. But this is the 2-year anniversary, as you can see from the little scene that they put at the beginning of this video. The 2-year anniversary of his unhinged rant on whatever game that was. And he's there in England. He's probably not a big enough name for them to be on for him to be on their radar right now, but who knows? Critical Drinker is. He's been on, major channels and actual TV channels.
Do we want to see all the tweets that he posted?
I do.
Going to jail.
To the gulag, mate, not jail. Gulag.
There, we'll do it like this.
All right, so we read this one. If a trans male is in a female-only space, he is committing a violent, abusive act. Make a scene, call the cops, and if all else fails, punch him in the balls.
I know
A
he's
photo
joking
you
about
can
the punch,
smell.
but-
Oh my God, lock him up.
So what's the nature of the arrest?
Hello?
What are they suggesting, that he's
He's a naughty
harming
poopy
people?
pants.
Like that? This is because the one thing that they it depends on what's said, right? But we're dealing with this right now with some crazy fucking heads of political commentary. But when you have statements that basically call for certain people to be, killed, it's like, oh yeah, you're probably crossing the line. But like with this, what's the charge?
I am curious about that.
Factual statements.
Well, there is an online charge now, isn't there? Online.
Is there? Because I watched a TikTok of this girl.
The Online
Indian-
Safety Act of 2023.
Really?
Yeah.
And she even complains about the smell. And she's a brown girl. She cooks in her cooking clothes, and then she has her like regular clothes that she has.
We walked
to go
around
out in.
London. It smelled.
Well, this is all based on the Online Safety Act of 2023, which is really like terms and conditions, which gets changed on YouTube.
All right, little side thing right here. The Sydney Sweeney thing. It's getting out of control. I just saw this morning. I was talking about it, and this is getting nuts. Now you're getting on to actors and actresses for portraying a role, even if it is for just an ad or a commercial or something. Oh my God, how shameful for the people who have gotten weirdly shaped feet from being a ballerina for years. How dare they've sacrificed their feet for your entertainment, and this is what you do to them. Like this, like wait till they find out that Tom Cruise wasn't really a pilot. Or that Tim Robbins wasn't really Shawshanked in that movie. It's getting ridiculous to where people, and this is something I've been complaining about for a long time before this. Reality TV, and people living more fantastical lives. You see people wearing, and I'm not opposed to people wearing like unicorn pajamas, like full body with the hoodie pajamas to places. Whatever, you're an adult, do whatever you want. But if you wear them to like an office job or to like a warehouse job, come on. One, you're going to get them tore up. It's a waste. It's a waste of awesome pajamas. But just putting realistic things in movies, stuff that's supposed to be escapism, people start to get disconnected from what's actual reality, where they start to make their lives more fantastical and movies more realistic, quote unquote. I mean, as someone who has a trouble sometimes with the blurring line between reality and make-believe, it's I don't know. Again, I hate to use the word scary, but it's eerie. Back to
By the way, every fucking month it is nebulous as fuck, because it's there to protect users, especially children, from illegal and harmful content. This law requires platforms to tackle illegal material, implement strong age verification measures for adult content, and promote safety through risk assessment and content moderation, whatever the fuck that means. So they can power whatever they want based on the Online the Online Safety Act of 2023.
These are the actions of a government and a political entity that will say that is not worried at all about being overthrown, being voted out, like this should frighten people at this point, because I don't even know what you have to oppose this in the UK, right? Because anything that opposes this now will be called a white supremacist, right? You guys were out there, a bunch of you all were out there throwing up your Union Jacks and your what is it? Is it St. George?
Cross of St. George.
Cross of St. George. I wanted to say King George, but that probably wouldn't be right. St. George flag, the English flag, and look what you were being called, right? So these are the actions of somebody who's not worried about losing power, or even if the Tories come in, they're not going to act that much different and get rid of some of this stuff. Hell, you know, we have a new administration right now in America, and we just found out that Operation Mockingbird is still in effect.
Really?
So if you guys don't know what Operation Mockingbird is, it goes back to the 50s or 60s, and basically it's putting CIA either direct agents or having assets at all the media outlets, basically TV stations.
And this is the one thing I was only half listening when I was listening to this while I was getting ready earlier. Yeah, Operation Mockingbird is apparently still in effect, according to some prominent people, which is weird, having CIA agents at media sites, kind of pushing the narrative, controlling what gets through. And this spans presidencies. This spans liberal and conservative presidencies. This is overarching narrative. This is this. Like, the only thing worse than these two people separately is when these fuckers work together against the rest of us.
News stations, and they were embedded in there to help curate the information. They called it something else, but it's still in effect. It's still going on. And why it isn't ended is a really good question. Is a really good question. So, if the fact that, you know, he doesn't have to do any jail time. The fact that if you have to pay a fine for this, that's fucking horrible. The fact that you're like getting arrested by anybody, especially five armed people, and you're the fucking Deadline's trying to downplay that. Well, they were armed, but they weren't pointing the guns at his head.
I will say,
fuck off.
This is so surreal that I don't know if you guys would feel the same, but if this did happen to me, like I came off an airplane and I was arrested by these people for tweets, I would like struggle to believe it. I would just be like,
I'd be a what?
It's just like I can't. That can't be the real world.
Yeah, you're not serious. You can't be serious.
A photo you could smell. It's just a bunch of people. Now scroll down, and here's his follow-up. I hate them, and he's talking about the people in this picture. I hate them, misogynists and homophobes. Fuck them. So he got arrested for that tweet, too. How many times have we been called that? And how many times has that exact tweet been directed at us?
I mean, we can go a little further here. Like, people have called for our deaths.
Yes.
Many times. Like, way worse. The idea is almost like, oh, someone said "fuck you" or "I hate you." It's like they've like tried to organize killing. So I don't know. Is there anything worse than that? It's like, yeah, there is. Someone saying you suck, or that you don't. You're a bad person. You're like, oh my god.
How much hate I got for this Starfield rant from the loonies? How many death threats I got? How many doxings I got? How many all this that I got?
We should compare, because we had a fucking Huffington Post thing about our coverage of Jenny Nicholson, and I had inundated with like, why do you hate women? You disgusting, like people like you deserve nothing but the chair or something.
Wow, you know, that'll tell us,
dude. The Let's Talk About stuff. I had local media outlets calling me for the Let's Talk About shit in that thumbnail. I won't even say I won't even say all the ubs. But and they can't seem to figure out like who does all these swattings and stuff.
It's such that we can take.
But he's so fucked nowadays.
Yeah, no, swatting is extra scary. But I was just fast forwarding it a little bit. Look, something got brought to my attention yesterday. Someone said, "Man, did you hear it was crazy? 3 teenagers got shot for playing Ding Dong Ditch in Georgia." And now, mind you, I haven't done any research on this. I was going to look it up, but I completely forgot about it till this moment. But this is what actually happened.
A homeowner SHOT and killed 3 teenagers who were breaking into his house. Now their parents have filed charges against the homeowner, demanding that he be arrested. According to the police investigation, the 3 individuals were Isaiah Reed, 16 years old, Jaime Hernandez, 15 years old, and their 16-year-old accomplice. At 4 a.m., they wore masks and carried GUNS, attempting to force their way into a homeowner's house. Despite a sign at the homeowner's door stating, "Trespassers may be SHOT," the homeowner quickly took countermeasures to protect.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like this is one. It's one thing to do this to anybody's house, but again, this person had multiple signs in their yard saying trespassers will be shot, and 3 all roll up with guns and kick in his door. I'm sorry, the parents. Sorry for their loss, but I mean, they raised these 3.
Protect himself. All 3 were hit. 1 died on the spot, and the other 2 died in the hospital due to severe injuries. After the incident, the parents of the 3 teenagers demanded that the homeowner be prosecuted, claiming that he had taken their 3 sons' lives and arguing that his counterattack was inappropriate. However, multiple witnesses confirmed that it was the suspect who first shot at the homeowner, and the homeowner only fought back in self-defense. The police also concluded, based on Georgia's self-defense law and the Stand Your Ground Act, that the homeowner's actions were a legitimate act of self-defense.
Yeah. I will say the shooting outside, but come on. Nah, this is unbelievable. Like, I'm gonna see if this is what the dude that told me about this story was talking about. But he said 3 teenagers were killed playing Ding Dong Ditch. This ain't Ding Dong Ditch. Like right now. That is not Ding Dong Ditch. Kicking a door in and shooting a shot is not Ding Dong Ditch. I don't care. No stretch of the imagination is that what that is. Ding Dong Ditch is where a bunch of kids hide out in the bush or behind a hedge, run up, ring a neighbor's doorbell, and go giggle like idiots in said bush or behind said hedge. I never understood it, but I was there for it a couple times. One time I heard a shotgun, I was just like, and I never did it again after that. But okay, so we got enough time. Let's try to lighten the mood. Let's see what Mr. Philip Chan. And if you haven't already, go to Nerdrotic's channel. Come over here to Mr. Philip Chan's channel. He's also a small-time creator. He's a little bit bigger than me. But no, he's a funny guy. I've seen him on other channels. But we'll start this. I left it at a point where he actually starts talking about it because before then, I'm not gonna lie.
All the same,
cringe,
right?
but I'm
Continue
not
the
gonna
English
talk.
voice actor.
Hold on.
Approve that he's fat. Like a lot of like Pro CD Rock and various rows. CD. Why are we talking about hypocrites here?
Okay.
When we talk about that, we got to talk about Seung-Won Cho, also known as Pro ZD. If you guys don't know who he is, he's a prominent voice actor in the voice acting community, voicing
He looks
many,
like the
many
girl who
various
we were
roles
from
some in One Piece. He also
really cool
voiced
movie.
Ratataskar in God of War Ragnarok. And why are we talking about that? Well, if we're talking about Seung-Won Cho, we got to dial the clock back by 2 years. Western voice actor Seung-Won Cho, Pro ZD, unhappy reaping what he sowed, complains that industry is now segregating roles by race. So that is actually pretty hilarious. I wonder if he's getting sent like a lot of like fat Asian characters. Like I'm dying. I'm freaking dying, man. Hey, fat Asian characters are probably, few and far between, right? Because a lot of people don't draw fat, ugly Asian characters. They don't draw people to look like me, who's ugly. They don't draw people to look like him, that he's fat and ugly and with small eyes. But hey,
ugly.
you got to do what you got to do, right? So he's been complaining.
He is, though,
He said the
definitely.
beginning, his thoughts. Cho recalled, I got an audition for a prominent cartoon where I was sent just the Asian characters. Looking through the rest, I told my agent, hey, I'm happy to read for this, but can I read for some of the others? Which too, I was told all those characters are drawn as white, so no. Man, this is what happens when woke Hollywood and wokeness inundates with every single thing, right? You gotta be politically correct. If you're Apu from Simpsons or Cleveland Brown from Family Guy, you can't be, voicing those characters if you're not black or Indian. So that's crazy. And those people have been voicing those characters for over almost 2 decades. Some over 3 decades now. This is crazy. To add extra insult to injury, the character I got sent was labeled Middle Eastern, Southeast, or Southeast Asian. That is freaking hilarious. Look, if you want to cast me as Apu or any Indian character, I will totally be ready to do it. I'll be so happy. I will not complain about anything because I think that voice acting is actually pretty cool. I think it could be a very fun job to work in. So, if you want,
I've been stuck in Peter mostly recently, which is
I would
weird to say
totally
out
do
loud.
it, man. This is so funny. But that's because they're all the same, right? Continued the English voice actor in host of Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. You can just lump them all into one. My agent told me this is just how some major studios are doing things now. So this is a Cho's mad moment, right? Not Ho's mad, but Cho's mad. So he's very, very upset. So attempting to head off his critics, Cho then argued naysayers will go, oh, don't you want authentic casting? But if your entire main cast is all white, and all you have is one token side character who can apparently just be any type of Asian ever, that this is not a level playing field. I think this is perfectly a level playing field, is because ultimately it's up to whoever's casting you. Who cares? Who cares, man? But maybe he's gotten so big where he's like, I don't want to play an Indian man. Why can't I just play the cool guy, right? Turning to different production, the voice actor further noted, this is not new. For another show recently with a...
Like, I understand. I know a lot of people get into voice acting just for the fact that they want to play someone greater than themselves. And playing themselves, like most people get into it to play a superhero. Like the whole reason I ever wanted to do it myself, which I never got to, I wanted to play an over-the-top villain in something like Jafar or, an anime villain. But so I get where the dude's coming from, but I mean, he kind of did this to himself.
Large cast of characters. I was only sent on audition the sides of the characters who exclusively speaks Mandarin. I think that's totally fine. Who cares? What, are you too good for Mandarin now? Do you want to play the white dudes because the white dudes have better prominent voice? Oh, I don't want to be a side character. Who cares, man? But the thing is, some people have a big ego, like this guy who's very, very big himself. So let's go down. Let's see what the hypocrisy is. Unfortunately for Cho, while he may finally be seeing the obvious downsides to making every single topic discussion in his life about race, as noted above, he was not an unwilling participant in the industry's adoption of the current casting philosophy. Asked during the May 2nd appearance on the film critic Corey Coleman's Double Toasted Interviews, that's a mouthful, podcast, if he felt like more opportunities would be open if you were, a white male, the Korean voice actor affirmed, I definitely would have more opportunities if I were white, for sure. There's no doubt that about that, but I think there have been changes in a positive way. So this is a little bit of the wokeness seeping in, right? It's actually pretty good that
I mean, and that's only because there are more white roles because we in the Western world, European and America, or at least the United States, and even in arguably in anime from Japan, like it can be argued that a lot of those characters are white based, even though it's been proven that most of the character designs are based on cats. Just because the eyes are so big, mostly, like even bigger than any American eyes. But I can kind of see where he's coming from there, because in a predominantly white landscape, there will be more white leaning roles, and in a world where you can only voice the race to which you belong, obviously there's going to be, percentage-wise, less work for you. But again, this is the world that he wanted to create. He wanted to make sure that only people of a race could play that race in any kind of media. And then a couple years ago, he was crying about it, and then now he's crashing out because people got onto him for pushing to get a role that wasn't his race. I mean, I know it's petty Betty, but the internet never forgets.
Not being cast. Of course, this is him. What he said back in the day, and now he's.
I mean, they forget, because people can lie to us and tell us that something 5 minutes ago didn't actually happen or it didn't happen the way you remembered. But there's always someone online who will pop something up, an old tweet, an old news article. Like, I remember I just saw it just yesterday. Someone posted when Trump got shot, CNN put up the Secret Service rushes stage because Trump falls.
Saying this,
Which is
a couple
funny.
of years ago.
But
and not
that's
just
highly
for,
inaccurate.
Asians, but for all different races, different genders. There have been steps
Yes, it is funny.
and
I
has
don't
been
care.
improving. I mean, even comparing now to like, let's say 10.
Funny is funny. I don't care about your politics. Like I do to an extent, but funny is funny. 100% across the line. Biden falling on his bicycle, hilarious. Trump getting shot, it was just his ear, and I still say Mike Tyson should have put out those gummies like he did for Holyfield for Trump, Orange Dreamsicle. Yeah, but it's funny. People falling down is always hilarious. The videos, I've seen whole montages of like a kid going down a hill on whatever big wheel they have, the ones that roll freely, not the power wheels, hitting a curb and going flying. The kid's okay. I'm sure they are. They have to be. They wouldn't post this if the kid was hurt or dead. So it's hilarious because we all think the kid's okay. I mean, come on.
Or 5 years ago, it's definitely changed. Like, I think studios are much more aware. Hey, we should, cast authentically, Cho then opined to his host. So there have been some good steps, but we still have a long way to go. And I'm just hoping that as time goes on, more and more doors will open to, diverse talent. So what he basically is saying is that he wants more things to be catered towards him. Fat and Asian with small eyes, okay? Fat and Asian and small eyes. How about we just have a person that's bad at driving?
He really looks like the guy who played Hiro Nakamura if he did the fusion dance with the chubby guy, the chubby best friend from Sex Drive. That's what this guy looks like, to me at least.
Or a character that's good at math. Would you be typecasted into those?
I don't know his real name. He will always be Hiro Nakamura to me. I think that was his last name in that, but I digress.
Oh man, this is crazy. So the thing is, I think this is hilarious. He wants roles that are more prominent because he is a prominent figure in the voice acting community, right? So he said that he probably wants.
This is untrue. There may be people who regret their vote, but this statement is not true for anyone. I don't care. I don't care.
Characters that looks more like him. Maybe they should make more Asian related movies or TV shows, right? But most recently, people are like, I do sort of know this guy. Where's he from?
I'm sorry. I know I keep bringing stuff down here. What the hell is this? Look at
I
this.
sit for hours. Tell
What is this? Is this the baby from Splice? One, this baby looks too light. Two, damn. That's horrible. I've only seen this twice. One was Splice, and two was the Little Mermaid remake. Anyway, continue.
She voices Abby or Abs from the Soulja Boys in the most popular show or TV or movie actually ever to be streamed on Netflix, K-Pop Demon Hunters, one of the most watched thing on Netflix ever. He voices Abby. Now here's the thing. He is Asian, but Abby has big eyes. He is not fat, nor is he ugly. And I don't think that he can relate to that at all. But why are we talking about hypocrisy? So earlier today,
I'm
was
curious
it
about that,
earlier
Miles.
today? No, it was yesterday. He tweeted or posted, I voice
7
Orville
minutes to get
Park
to the point,
in
bud.
Dana Terrace and Glitchpod's upcoming animated show Knights of is it Guinevere? I don't know how to say that. That's stupid.
Guinevere.
I don't know how to say that word. I'm dumb. Give me a math problem. I will solve that for you right now. The animation looks absolutely
This is why I
gorgeous.
love
I
it.
hope to welcome all you to the park planet. You'll
Voices.
have a grand old time. Now here's the thing. I'm not sure if this character is Asian, but he is fat. So he is probably typecast. But the thing is, people are bringing this back is because this guy wanted more authentic typecasting. I'm not sure if Park can be a Korean last name, but I'm not sure. But the thing is, this guy got very, very much roasted on his social media. And I actually responded. I said, man, people like you makes me think that we should bring back Asian hate. I'm not sure if he likes that because if you actually go to his... Oh, right over here. If you go to it, I'm actually blocked. I was blocked. This is crazy. I was blocked, man.
I'm not blocked. Is there anything you'd like to say to him?
Yeah, Madam Savvy over here. Aren't you the blow up pool boy? Who said that you have to look like
Also,
the character you voice? Yeah, true. And Epic Mike right over here says, damn. Fuck over a ton of voice actors screaming about race, then do the same shit you criticize him for. 100%. He is the fat, tall Asian version of Peter Dinklage. Remember, Peter Dinklage didn't want Hollywood to portray any little people or short midgets is because it's actually considered, I don't know, bigotry or whatever. I don't know what it is. And then he gets off.
Which is why I'm torn. Should I go watch the Toxic Avenger movie and do a review on it? Because I'm torn. I miss old Trauma movies. I've always loved the Toxic Avenger. I watched the cartoon growing up. The movies were okay, but... And I think Peter Dinklage is a great actor. I just think he's an ass weasel because he pulled the stepladder up behind him so no one else can get on the counter of success. But let me know your thoughts. Hit me up on X.
All the parts is because he's an Emmy-winning, Emmy-winning actor, whatever you want to call it, right? But I guess I was the sole reason for his most recent post. So I'm going to pull this up right over here. You can't see the top part, but I'm just going to read it. Hey, all, this will be my last tweet on this platform. I'm so happy right now. I will no longer be using Twitter after this. Yeah, if you look at the replies on my last announcement tweet, you'll see a lot of comments like this. This has been going on for years now, and while the normal procedure has been to block and move on, I truly don't think Twitter is worth it anymore. He bro is gonna go to Blue Sky, 100%. He probably already has an account on Blue Sky. I'm not sure, but in the past, I've expressed that I think diversity in casting is important. It's a complicated topic.
Okay, I thought this was interesting. Look at this. Even one of the most hated men in the world, who's killed more people than pretty much any man living, knows that this is not the way to hold a doggo. You don't hold them by the scruffies. I know their parents do it, but you just hold them, pet them. Just so you know, everyone, even mass murderers, don't want to hurt dogs or cats. Anyway, we continue.
But at the end of the day, I still stand by this. I think it's important for all voice actors to be given an equal opportunity. But here's the thing. If a studio or a company are only making white movies or black movies or whatever, they're not making Asian movies, you will never get cast as any of those characters. So you're going to be complaining over and over again like, hey, man, who eat all of the dumpling in the freaking buffet? Right? I think it's important for all actors to be given equal opportunity, and I think there have been a positive change on that front. A lot of bad faith arguers have tried to paint this as me saying things I've never said. You don't have to say it. It's your other things, your posts and Twitter posts that you have posted from a long time ago is coming around to bite you in the asshole. All right? I have been reluctant to address this for years because I know a lot of these people will not listen to reason, no matter what I say, and not what I wanted to add to this ongoing drama. Twitter especially is a cesspool for hatred, and it's been awful these past few years. But I think it's important for people to know that this has been happening. This is the last time I'll comment on any of this. Goodbye, Twitter. You truly suck. And he screenshotted me.
Right
Oh, man. This is probably the best day of my life so far. I think this is freaking hilarious. And hey, I made ProZD leave Twitter. Me and amongst the other very fine gentlemen in his comments have made him leave. But hey, the fact that I was quote tweeted right now, he screenshotted me right over here. Man, he is a hose mad or chose mad kind of
I wanna see what
situation.
the
This makes
responses
me
were.
very happy. I hate hypocrites. I hate people who are who say something and do something else or say something else is because of that. If you want better, authentic casting, this is what you're gonna get. And I think that yeah, I said that way. It makes me think that we should bring back Asian hate. I just think this is freaking hilarious, man. But yeah, this guy, he probably doesn't even know who the fuck I am. But I think that the good thing is that we're calling him out. I'm not sure if he's ever going to be coming back to Twitter. It's because this is where the watering hole is. Everyone comes here. All the discussions and everything is happening on Twitter. He probably won't post anything. He probably will still use it. Is because, you know, a lot of things happen on Twitter. A lot of news happen on Twitter. But anyways, I just thought that I would make a video talking about this is because Cho's mad. Sung Won Cho Pro ZD took a screenshot of the perfectly laid out statement that I put out on his previous post right over here. But yeah, I just wanted to make a video about this. I thought this was funny. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.
Go and follow one Mr. Philip Chan. Tell him bear in mind sent you. He's really funny. He takes forever to get to the points, a lot like myself sometimes. But he's really funny when he wants to be, and especially follow him on X, Twitter, whatever the hell you want to call it, because he's pretty funny on there. He's a bit of a shit poster like myself. He never gets too far into anything, but yeah. So anyway, that's it for today's show. A bit more serious. I know I was mostly watching today, commenting here and there when I could, but some pretty crazy stuff going on today. Tried to end it on a lighter note. Like I said, Mr. Philip Chan's pretty funny. Nerd Rollic's always a good source. He sources his stuff pretty well. So, and he only pulls it from mostly middle of the road to left-wing sources. So, always good. But that's it for today. Remember, people are going to talk shit about you. Don't let it get to you. Don't try to control how people think and feel, because who cares if they like you or not? At the end of the day, all that matters is you do what makes you happy, as long as you're not hurting anyone.